I found a classified document in my grandmother's attic furred out she wasn't just a librarian during the Cold War. When my grandmother passed away last spring, I inherited her small Victorian house in suburban Virginia. She had raised me after my parents died, so the place was filled with memories and apparently secrets. While cleaning out the attic last month, I moved an old bookshelf and discovered a loose floorboard. Underneath was a metal box containing a leather-bound journal, a set of keys I didn't recognize, and a folder stamped with sclassified and faded red letters. My grandmother, the woman who baked cookies every Sunday and ran the local library for 40 years, had classified documents hidden in her floor. I hesitated before opening the folder. Punkering up drama. Ruth had always been vague about her early career, just government work during a complicated time, she'd say when asked. I assumed she meant secretarial work during the 1960s. The documents inside told a different story. They were debriefing reports from Soviet diplomatic events in Washington, D.C. between 1962 to 1968. Each one was meticulously annotated in my grandmother's distinctive handwriting. Notes about which diplomats seemed nervous, which ones drank too much, and most surprisingly transcriptions of conversations she had overheard in Russian. My grandmother, who I'd only ever heard speak English, was apparently fluent in Russian. It detailed her recruitment by the CIA after college, her language training, and her cover as a caterer's assistant at diplomatic functions. While serving canapes and refilling glasses, she was memorizing conversations and identifying Soviet agents. I found a photo tucked in the journal's back page, my grandmother in an elegant black dress at some formal event, standing near a man I recognized from history books as a high-ranking Soviet official. Stunned, I called my uncle, her son, to ask if he knew. His long pause told me everything. We weren't supposed to talk about it, he finally said. Mom was part of a special program recruiting women because they were often overlooked in diplomatic settings. She couldn't tell you while she was alive. Her oath of secrecy was lifelong. But she was just a librarian, I insisted. She became a librarian after 1968, he explained, after what happened in Prague. He wouldn't elaborate further, but mentioned that a woman from the government might contact me about the documents. 3 days later, a Miss Peterson from the State Department arrived at my door. She was in her 60s with perfect posture and observant eyes that missed nothing. Your grandmother was an extraordinary woman, she said after collecting the documents. She saved countless lives with the information she gathered. As she was leaving, she handed me an envelope. Ruth wanted you to have this when the time came. Inside was a letter from my grandmother written a year before her death explaining parts of her secret life and a vintage Russian silver bracelet she'd been given by a Soviet diplomat she'd later helped defect. Some secrets protect us, her letter ended. Others protect history, but family protects the heart. You were always my greatest mission. I wear her bracelet every day now, wondering how many other just librarians have hidden compartments in their attics.